Well, let's go to the closing remarks, and we're going to begin with you, Tom. Mark will have final statement. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you. I've written this out and so that I can fit it in my 2 minutes, and here I go, folks. We who believe in government of the people, by the people, and for the people must take back our country. It has been hijacked by mega-rich and people and corporations who are dodging their just taxes by selling disgruntled people on the idea that all government is bad. They push the nation into wars to protect their interests in foreign countries, make ludicrous amounts of money on the conflicts, and then refuse to pay any part of the taxes to fight these battles. They use donations to re-election campaigns to bribe our legislatures to place loopholes in the tax code which allow them to pay a pittance in taxes or none at all. They use a small fraction of this money to disseminate propaganda and outright lies, such as trickle down. It was a lie when it was told in the 1980s, and in its present form, cutting taxes for corporations creates jobs is still a lie. And so we are falling for this. The problem is that we, the people, are partly to blame for this. We fall for this nonsense. We let them get it by. You ask the people that you meet who was responsible for the shutdown in fall of last year, and they say, gee, I don't know. Some think it was the Democrats, and some think it's Republicans. They don't know. And you ask them what's going on about fracking, and they say, well, I don't really know what fracking is about. And so we have to get the message out. I am a fighter who's willing to take on the establishment. I've done this throughout my life, and on some occasions it has cost me dearly. But by the grace of divine providence, I've always managed to survive and keep fighting for what I believe is right. I am in a David versus Goliath battle here, and I am not Goliath. I need all the support I can get from people in this region who are willing to volunteer for my campaign. I also need some funds. Mark's got like he had $1.2 million back in 2012, and I don't know how much he has now, but I'm sure it's at least that much. I have not.
We have to wrap it up.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Tom. Well, closing. Go ahead, Mark.
I want to thank Tom for your time tonight. Thank you. I want to thank you, Frank, for moderating. You've done an excellent job. And a real shout out to Western Carolina University. It's a great university, the greatest untold story in Western North Carolina and all of Carolina. And so it's been an honor to be here tonight. I had a prepared speech, but I think I'm just going to speak from my heart. And what I am very thankful for is all the problems that maybe the disagreements that we've had here tonight and all the headlines that have been negative. There's a lot of good that's going on in Western North Carolina. I left McDowell High School this morning after visiting with teachers and people that are believing that training the next generation is what it's all about. We've got some great teachers. We've got some great firefighters. We have got great law enforcement. We've got great construction workers. We've got unbelievable things that are happening. But really what's happening is the community is coming together to really support one another. And I want to tell you a story about Haywood County. Democrat sheriff, a Democrat county commissioner. But that whole group has come together. Republicans, Democrats, unaffiliated, they've all come together to provide for a halfway house, to make sure that those that are unfortunate get a helping hand up. That's the kind of thing that we need to be celebrating. And what we need to make sure of is each and every day that we celebrate the successes. Don't let the differences of opinion that divide us make us forget that this is the greatest place on the face of the world. That America, and being an American, not a Republican or Democrat, but being an American is what it's all about. I've had the honor to serve you. Constituent services is really what it's all about for us. Those stories are key. If I have the honor to serve you again, we will redouble our effort and do our very best to serve you in a God-fearing and humble way. God bless you and God bless everybody.